So I have my paper wet in the shape which I like to sort of try to do with the larger painting. So this gives me an idea of practicing where I want the various colours and how I want them to work. And I'm just adding in some of the darker green shade that I've mixed. A good mixture is a yellow, a blue, and to get a little bit more olive shade, a tiny little bit of red. So that's what I've mixed in here just to start off the base work. Nice bit of spattering just to see where the water is. And as you can see at this point, I've added some more colours, the burnt sienna, a little bit of yellow, some of this lovely turquoisey blue, which of course will mix with the yellow, and a nice bit of spritzing. This helps it to move and to flow. You can see it gets into the grain of the paper and starts to spread really nicely. A little bit more yellow into that greeny blue area, which gives that lovely bright colours. And these are just to test colours, make sure I'm happy with them. At this point I'm going to add some of the really lovely bright red colour down to this base. I'm not too bothered if it mixes in with the other colours. That's sort of what we want here, to get an idea of what the colours are going to do when they run together. I love that bottom edge there, that dark blue where the red's just run into. You can see when the movement starts to branch out and really pulls the colour into different areas. If you lie it flat, obviously it runs back again. Fortunately, we're not worrying too much about backwash. Not keen on that brown colour that managed to sort of work out of the red. Just going to add a tiny bit more red in just with the brush and then splash that about around. And now you can see with the tilting it's pushed all that colour into different places. It makes some really nice details, interesting details. We can soften those out, keep them moving. And this time I'm going back in with some indigo underneath all of this to add some real depth. Remember, it's easy to lift these colours out while they're wet, just with a tissue, but once they are dry, they are permanent. Now that our splash practice has dried, we can see all the beautiful colours. I love this yellow poking through the greens and that little bit of turquoise as well. It gives distance, gives an idea that there is something further away from us. It almost looks like trees and a sort of sloping landscape. So it's going to be really fun to work with these colours and see what they do on our larger piece.